Let me guess, if you're in the midst of writing your book, you're having these thoughts go through your mind. I've been writing forever. When the heck is this book going to be finished? I've been there, and I've got a couple of ways to help you figure out when your book is done. Hi, Jodi Brandon here of Jodi Brandon Editorial. I work with creatives, bloggers, small business owners, and solopreneurs who want to write and publish a book to serve their business. And today we're talking about how the heck you figure out when your book is actually done. When can you stop writing? Because I've been there. It feels like you are staring at the same words on that computer screen for weeks, if not months, day after day. And it's hard to know when to actually call it done because there's no one telling you that it has to be finished, right? Especially if you're self-publishing. And that's where nonfiction is different from fiction, I think, in the biggest way, is that there's no story arc. In a fiction book, when you're writing, you have your introduction, you're setting the scene, then you have some kind of conflict, and then the end of the book is that conflict resolution. They lived happily ever after, to simplify it down to its most basic terms. That's not the case with nonfiction, and so it's hard sometimes to know when you can wrap it up. So I've got two tricks for you today to help you figure out when that is. The first one is to enlist help. Ask your beta readers. When you're sending that book out for feedback, ask those people, is there anything you felt like I was missing that I should have talked about? Is there anything that would be a stronger wrap-up? Have I met the expectations that I set with this book? Have I taught you what I said I was going to teach you, for example? So enlist help from those people to help you make the book as strong as it can be. And if 5 out of 5 people say that it felt like it followed the path of taking them where you said you were going to take them, then you've got your they lived happily ever after. It's just not in the same kind of words. The second thing is for you to take a look at your objectives that you set at the beginning of the book. What were your goals? What did you want readers to walk away with? What did you say you were going to teach them? Did you promise them 3 strategies to grow their, Facebook fan page? If you did, have you explained all 3, given proper examples of all 3? And so at the end of that book, readers can walk away with those 3 strategies and they're able to implement them right now. If so, then you've done what you set out to do. So that's not always the case after the first draft, the second draft, sometimes even the 4th or 5th draft. So you've got to keep going back and reworking until those objectives are met. And then you can call it done and, take some time away, go have a little celebration, because heck, you just wrote a book, and then move into production with editorial and layout and all of those things. So here's the secret to self-publishing especially. You've got a little trick in your back pocket, a little card that you can pull out at any time, and it's called a revised edition or a 2nd edition, 3rd edition, whatever the case may be. So if you come back 6 months later, 12 months later, 18 months later, however long, and you think, something's changed and I want to address that in the book, or I have a new case study from a client that I think would be a much better wrap up to the book to sort of, really just encapsulates everything I'm saying in the book. You've got the beauty of that 2nd edition, the 3rd edition, revised edition, because you're self-publishing and you're in charge. So you can take that little handy card and stuff it in your back pocket until you need it. And so you never actually have to say done is done, which is both a curse and the beauty of self-publishing, I realize. But you can rest assured that if you're asking those beta readers and checking your own objections and goals that you set for the book for your readers, that your book is finished when you have covered all of that material. If you have any questions about when your book is finished, let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you would, and I hope you subscribe to the channel so I can see you in the next video.